Well, I don't want to talk about her. She's right here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a new dad. Maybe I should.
Show her to the world,
I mean,
bro.
she's here. Here we go. Baby, here's our baby. Brand new to the world. Here we go. Lunchly is now in stores. Kroger, Albertsons, and all the banners it flies under. People aren't happy that I'm branding. You know, I'm branding.
Oh, look at that, guys. In your recommended, yet again, another video talking about the KSI, MrBeast, Logan Paul, Lunchly situation. I'm very sure you're not sick to death of this topic yet. Genuinely, I know I've been milking this topic to death, okay? I will fully admit that. I'm not going to use, like, irony or sarcasm as a defense, but please, God, let this be the last time I talk about Lunchly, because I feel at this point, I'm just giving them free promo. So if you don't know what's going on with Lunchly, you can watch this video, or this video, or this video. No, I've really been milking this topic. Basically, TLDR, YouTubers lazy, YouTubers want more money, YouTubers make product to sell to kids. 10 or so years ago, YouTubers wrote a book. I mean, even KSI did that at one point. I think like 7 years ago, he actually sold his own like autobiography. That was the craze with YouTubers back then, but now no one reads. Do you read? Probably not. And if you do read, you make reading your entire personality type, because most people now don't read. Instead, they just scroll on TikTok. So this whole Lunchly debacle has had a huge back and forth. I know I don't need to say it again, but DanTDM making that tweet, everyone just completely giga molded from it. KSI has basically took it upon himself to stop being a boxer, a rapper, and a YouTuber to be DanTDM's #1 hater for basically the past 2 weeks, despite the fact that on a podcast, he couldn't even say his name properly. And then, as we all know, KSI released that song Thick of It. In the last video talking about it, I had a bit of a schizo theory, basically saying that he put the song out there, it got a lot of hate, and then his managers probably told him, dude, like, everyone's talking about your song right now, bro. Like, you need to ride this wave of hate. So that's why he basically doubled down on attacking Dan and attacking all the people, saying he's gonna quit music, because as soon as he stops giving reactions and he goes silent, no one's really gonna talk about the song. I mean, a great example is Justin Bieber. Remember that song he made, Baby, when he was like, you know, a fetus? If you weren't a woman, you hated that song. And despite that, it is one of the most viewed and talked about songs of all time, simply because of all the negative stigma around it. My personal belief with the KSI song is there's 3 options, right? Everyone loves the song, everyone hates it, and then no one listens to it. This is like the ascending order of like what's the best to worst outcome. Obviously, you want to release a song, everyone listens to it, everyone loves it, but you're going through, you know, a little bit of drama right now. That's probably not going to happen. So the next best option is everyone talks about it in a negative way, because the only thing worse than that is no one talks about it. And I think that's why, in a larger sense, there's been a huge shift in content into a lot of creators, you know, becoming famous for being hated. KSI, Logan, MrBeast, they weren't. They've got into controversy, but then you've got other people like Neon who have built their entire personality off being just completely insufferable, because again, it's better if everyone hates you than if no one knows about you.
Cap? Bruh, on the cheek? They're asking for you to kiss me on the cheek. They're just weird.
You can kiss me on my cheek.
I can?
Yeah.
I'm
like, wait.
So going back to the DanTDM and KSI beef, obviously Dan had any chance he could to slam dunk KSI because the entire internet was backing him. He could have even done like a little subtweet or a snide, but no, the first and only thing he's posted since quoting about Lunchly is him with his kid saying living the dream. And this is the most wholesome stuff, right? You got Peppa Pig playing with Nerf guns, even seeing Shrek the musical, which I imagine is a lot better than the Shrek interactive experience in London. If any of you have seen that, by the way, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then KSI ended up quote tweeting that with happy for you, bro, with a little thumbs up emoji. I don't know whether this was through like gritted teeth or anything like that, but genuinely that was actually really nice to see KSI being like, okay, maybe I should actually drop this a little bit now. Now, I know this isn't KSI's fault, but it does actually draw parallels to me when Logan Paul posted the birth of his daughter. Someone in the comments was basically saying, oh, you know, really happy for you, man. And then Logan Paul replied saying, yeah, you're still being sued, by the way. But then it almost seems that KSI like went back on that nice gesture, because he did like, you know, his own tweet, living the dream, basically sniding Dan, posting his cats, his physique, his music video, Thick of It, and then his collection of Lunchly and Prime. I think the sad thing about that is even though KSI is infinitely more famous than DanTDM, he failed to even get a quarter of the likes that Dan's tweet made. So technically, KSI got ratioed by Shrek the Musical. Now, I did mention earlier in the video that I believe that KSI is basically on a campaign to get everyone to hate his song, so everyone talks about it and it gets more publicity. There are definitely some breadcrumbs lying around, like for example, how Drake posted an Instagram story. And Drake in this video has the Chad filter are on, and in the background, you can hear KSI's song Thick of It. Now, we already know for a fact that Drake will not promote a single thing in the world unless he's getting a fat bag or some kind of like stocks in it. Like, for example, when he promoted steak on stream one time. Now, I'm going to say something really controversial here. I do almost feel that KSI is getting a little bit too much hate. Stay with me on this, okay? I know I'm gonna get lynched for that. So I saw some tweets going around basically complaining that KSI was promoting his music on Vans. That is something that I made a joke of as well. And even KSI said, this is literally just normal marketing, because even Charlie XCX, like, she did the same thing. When promoting Brat, she had a bunch of vans driving around London playing the music out loud. Companies have done this for ages, and it's been used especially for, like, you know, promoting campaigns for politicians and stuff. It's not like a new thing that he's invented. So I do think the hate is getting a little bit too much now, but obviously that's what KSI and his team want because everyone is talking about the song. I'd also like to say I went on the Pyrocynical subreddit yesterday because I was in too much of a good mood and wanted to ruin my mental health, but I did notice one thing. Someone on the subreddit posted that Thick of It overtook MLG Teletubbies in views. So I've basically been dethroned now. And then a bunch of other weird things started happening as well. Like, for example, Martin Lawrence, who is like an actual huge big name in Hollywood, he did a quote tweet asking people what they thought about KSI's Thick of It. And then he promptly deleted the tweet when KSI found it. I'm assuming Martin Lawrence didn't put hashtag ad at the end of the tweet. So... Could you imagine, like, KSI's management just sent him the bag and it's like, no, don't put hashtag ad, even though you're breaking the law when you do that. No, we need everyone to talk about this song, bro. You don't get it. It's the fact that Martin Lawrence just says how y'all feel about this new song. Like, it genuinely is like a gimmick account or something. Now, one of the more hilarious things that was quickly pointed out is, and I don't think I've actually ever seen this in my entire YouTube career. This happens on TikTok quite a lot and stuff, right? But never on YouTube, usually because comments are buried so well. There is a comment right now on KSI's Thick of It music video that actually has more likes than the entire like count of the actual video itself. And then the comment itself isn't even that brutal. It's like some actually genuine constructive feedback. Honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artists, different theme, different message, and a different genre, it could have gone hard. Again, that's very constructive criticism. Honestly, at this point, I don't think KSI can save his music career unless he does like a collab with Blade or something. And then KSI quote tweeted a Dexerto article talking about it, basically chalking everyone up to being generational haters. And then KSI, of course, did an entire video talking about this, crying about it, because if you look at KSI's channel right now, he's getting more views a video than he has for basically the past year. So, again, it's almost like it's rage bait, guys. It's almost like it's rage bait. And then he also made a comparison to when Rebecca Black got so much hate. You know that song that she made years ago? Friday. Well, she quote tweeted KSI saying, "Don't worry, my shoulder is always available to cry on."
This is crazy. This hate. Bro, I'm getting the same treatment as Rebecca Black when she released Friday. But my music is good!
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if soon you see a collab between KSI and Rebecca Black. So then, of course, we talking about him again. Aiden Ross got involved. Of course he did. Whenever there is a clip to be farmed, the seeds to be sown, and a clip to be grown into a clip farming tree, Aiden Ross will be there. So KSI is streaming with Aiden, and then Aiden basically tells him the song sucks, which leads KSI to throw a baby rage, leave the call, and then Aiden basically say, well, the music sucks, but I kind of like him anyway.
I want to help you as a friend. I want to say this. Anybody that hates on this song, you're a hater, okay? He's going crazy. He's the #1 song in the world right now. And everyone needs to lay off JJ. It's about his life.
You called it ass.
Do I think it's good? No, but at least I'm telling people to fuck off and stick up for you, bro.
No. Then you're pissing me off.
You know that shit is ass. I like JJ I respect him as, you know, a YouTuber and a boxer. But bro.
And then KSI's managers liked that so much that they got IShowSpeed to do the exact same thing. I mean, honestly, I know I'm being really cynical here. It's kind of in the name, Lamau. But I almost feel like this is just like pre-recorded stuff to the point where like managers have talked to managers and basically said, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to say the song sucks. And then he's going to leave the call. And then everyone's going to talk about it, bro. There's going to be so many clips. It's either that or KSI is just doing a very good job feeding into it. But yeah, the gag was pretty much, hey, KSI, your song sucks.
KSI, this is so ass. Quit your music. Quit that ass shit. Turn that on. Turn that trash ass shit on. I'm sick of hearing that goddamn song.
There's even a bit where KSI like tries to sing it on stream, and iShowSpeed is trying really hard not to laugh. Again, it's all clip farming, blah blah blah, buzzword. But you know, one thing that I do like about iShowSpeed, he does make anything entertaining to watch. Now, one thing that me and a lot of other channels really quickly noticed is if you play Thick of It in your video talking about it, you're gonna get taken down. You'll have your video copyright claimed, you're gonna have it blocked. That happened to me on stream. I think like I streamed for like 7 hours straight, and then I played the Thick of It, which is like a 3-minute music video, and then the entirety of the stream got blocked like worldwide. Same thing happened when I watched the Minecraft trailer. You know, again, copyright, it's outdated, it sucks, it needs a huge revision, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. Basically, the same thing happened to the H3 podcast because they did a live reaction to Thick of It, and then KSI quote tweeted them saying, "Cry more pussy, womp womp." And then H3 quoted it by saying, "I have nothing but disdain for cowards like KSI that build their entire platform reacting to content only to turn around and block others that do it to them." KSI literally made it reacting to others' work, and now he wants to close the door behind him. Through various lawsuits, I've spent millions of dollars and hundreds of hours ensuring this type of bullshit can't happen on YouTube. And then for the offender to be one of her own. It's spitting in the face of the community that made him. I'm assuming what Ethan, if Ethan made this post, is talking about is how he dealt with the bald guy situation years and years ago when he was like doing reaction content before, you know, he realized how much money a podcast can make. He did a reaction to this like really out of touch millionaire or billionaire with Healer. And the guy basically tried to sue him because he didn't like people making fun of him. Ethan thankfully won that case, and it was like a landmark lawsuit that made YouTube a lot safer of a platform to criticize other people.
Yes, we are being sued for copyright infringement, and it's been hanging over our lives like a cloud these past months.
Yeah.
We are being sued by Bold Guy, aka Matt Haas Zone. We did our thing and we made a reaction video about him on our second channel, Ethan and Eli. It was a small video. I mean, nobody really cared about the video too much.
Yeah. No, it's just a normal reaction video.
Normal reaction video.
God, that was such a throwback, bro. That was like 7 years ago or something. I'm old. My bones are rotten. I always wondered why KSI would team up with Logan Paul for anything, considering what a serial scammer and irredeemable psychopath he is. Why have all your pets died, Logan? But now I see why. They're both scumbags, and their only interest is fleecing their audience for as much money as possible. And thanks to the weeks of content now, bitch. Even like less drama-centric YouTubers as well, like Ludwig, he reacted to the song on stream, and he had his entire live stream basically blocked and taken down for listening to a small snippet. Again, that's not, I mean, is it KSI's fault? Probably more the management, to be fair, but YouTube's copyright system is one of the most outdated jokes in human history. Again, like, one of the few things that Twitch has YouTube beaten on in a country mile is dealing with copyright. Like, Twitch will basically mute parts of the stream if something copyrighted is played. YouTube will basically be like, you've lost the entire stream. You can try and fight it, but for now, you've lost the entire stream. But yeah, again, brave statement that I probably stole from Reddit. KSI is obviously dragging out this drama as much as he can because it is getting him more attention than ever. And like I said earlier, I really do think KSI is this microcosm because he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, without a doubt. Whether you like the guy or hate him, he's incredibly successful, incredibly popular. But I think what we're going to start seeing more and more now is people rising to the top by doing actions like him, like this chronic kind of clip farming and this, you know, making people hate me because that means they're talking about me. I mean, a great example I can think of here is like a bunch of people in a workplace or like at uni or something, and it's like, oh, you hear that KSI new song? It's really good. Oh, yeah, I'll check it out later. I haven't watched him in a while, and you never get back to it. But then, same guy walks in the room and says, have you heard KSI's new song, bro? It sucks. And then you're interested, right? Because negativity spreads more than positivity. By the way, he mogged Darkwood, the video I spent 8 months on, and that's only on 4 million views in a month. Now, talking enough about KSI, has Logan said anything else? To be fair, since his video, they got like 7 views of him talking about it. Not really. He recently released an episode of Impulsive, his very successful podcast, to talk about being a girl dad now, because now he is a father that was promoting Lunchly hours before his daughter was born. Now, I'm not sure what happens when you become a dad, because what seems to have happened with Logan is as soon as his daughter was born, he became very unfunny, full of dad jokes. Like, for example, this hilarious laugh out loud bit where he said he was going to bring his daughter on the podcast, and instead it's a box of Lunchly.
Show her to the world, bro.
She's here.
Clickbait.
Here we go. Baby. Here's our baby. Brand new to the world. Here we go.
Lunchly is now in stores. Kroger, Albertsons, and all the banners it flies under as well. People aren't happy that I'm branding, you know, I'm branding. I'm using the attention from my baby to brand my new product, Lunchly, which has a prime and a
baby.
And then Logan kind of like semi-victimizes himself a little bit, basically saying that everyone's out to get him, everyone hates him, and then also YouTubers need to stick together.
I think we're in a weird spot where tearing people down and hatred and negativity gets way more attention, clicks, and views than the opposite, which is a little sad because like in a world where YouTubers are trying to expand and build businesses, I do feel like there should be a level of support. Like I think YouTubers should be supporting YouTubers, and I guess I hear what he's saying, but you know we've made when compared to Lunchables a better for you option.
Now, aside from all of that, I'm sure you've all seen, because I'm like 2 days late to it, which in YouTube commentary terms is about 5 years, what happened between Logan Paul and TommyInnit. So basically, the TLDR of it is TommyInnit and Logan Paul had a little bit of beef. Tommy posted a tweet of a YouTube podcast with Logan Paul in it, and then there's a little section timestamp talking about the Gaza conflict, and then the thumbnail preview is him holding a bottle of Prime. You know, basically kind of a gotcha moment, like, oh, how could he be promoting Prime, like, when talking about something so serious? And then Logan tried to clap back by basically saying that Tommy is two-faced and fake by leaking DMs of Tommy being a little bit of a beg. But again, it's like, what are you trying to prove? Oh my god, this guy DM'd me privately and he was nice, but then my opinion on him changed because of events. I don't understand this cope where it's like, oh wait, no, he said a nice thing to me privately. Now I can never say anything bad about him ever, because if I do, I'm two-faced. TommyInnit isn't someone that I talk to that often. I think I've only voice called him like one time when he was basically trying to get his foot in the door on YouTube, where he's like hitting up every YouTuber imaginable, and I was one of those YouTubers, you know, just trying to learn how the system works and what does work, what doesn't. But from what little experiences I've had with him, he seems like a very nice individual. And again, it's like, you can be nice to someone in private, and then you can also slate them publicly if you don't agree with what they're saying. It doesn't then make you two-faced or a snake. Obviously, if you're being nice to someone while snarding them in like another group chat and then going back to them and pretending you're friends, that's a different story, but that's just obviously what is not happening here. And then Logan basically concludes it by saying Tommy is like a fake internet kid because he'd like spam him offline, but then, you know, publicly on Twitter would slate Logan, which again doesn't make sense. But to be fair, Logan also has replies turned off, which is great. You know, let me put my opinion out there, but no one else is allowed to comment on it. And then Tommy took a page out of KSI's book, getting involved in the Lunchly drama by making a mock vape called Vapely. Obviously, you can't buy this. If you go on the link in the description to buy it, it basically just takes you to a Rickroll video. Holy boomer. And that, as a marketing bit, worked really well for Tommy because it's the most viewed video he's got in quite a while. God, you know what? Do you remember when like Minecraft YouTubers back during lockdown would literally get like 30, 40 million views a video? That was insane. Like that genuinely feels like a fever dream. Oh yeah, small update with Vapely, by the way. Even though you can't actually buy them, Jack Manifold managed to get hold of one, and now he's currently dying. And last but not least, MrBeast! So, has MrBeast said anything notable with the drama surrounding Lunchly? I mean, kind of. I mean, the last video I talked about it, I kind of like, you know, I did clickbait it 100%. I'll admit that, you know, like saying that he had like a huge update when the majority of the video was just talking about Logan and KSI, and I'm kind of doing the same thing here. So at the minute, MrBeast is just promoting Lunchly in a bunch of like, you know, short form content, like YouTube, TikTok, and obviously not really getting involved in any kind of creator drama like KSI and Logan Paul. I did say this last time. The main reason behind it is because he's so monolithically huge compared to KSI and Logan. Even though they're big boys themselves, it would still be an act of punching down, and then everyone would probably turn around to him and be like, don't you have allegations? But if you've taken a look in any of the TikTok comment sections, or just TikToks in general, you will see thousands, if not tens of thousands of videos mocking Lunchly. This can be, you know, them overreacting when they're eating Lunchables like it's the worst thing in the world, like obviously, oh, it's not their product, they hate it so much. But a very popular meme sweeping around on TikTok right now is people mocking Lunchly by, you know, eating Lunchly and then watching like 7 screens at the same time, peak brain rot, and most of those screens would have the Hawk Tour podcast. If you know, the Hawk Tour podcast is like this ironic bit at the minute where if you look at it on IMDb, it's like a 9.1. It used to be a 9.7, which was higher than Breaking Bad. Thankfully, Breaking Bad has taken its place as the #1 show again. That is until the Attack on Titan fanboys wake up from browsing TikTok for 20 hours a day. So what KSI did as a massive gotcha moment is renting out an entire theater with some friends, some employees, and they're all eating Lunchly while watching the Hawk Tour podcast. Get it? we're in on the joke now, guys. Get it? It's really funny. I didn't even know about this bit. The only thing I did know originally was this image of MrBeast looking at the camera when he's holding it with this expression, and then someone edited text over it from Disco Elysium saying it's an expression of pain. I'll be honest, I'll probably use that as the thumbnail because it's like mildly funny. I mean, mate, I'm blacklisted from all MrBeast events anyway. Like I was ever gonna get invited to one. You know the worst thing is, you know how blacklisted I am? Dolan Dark got sent Feastables, and I was never reached out. Feastables, bro. Like, in the MrBeast offices, they got me on, like, some wanted poster or, like, a dartboard or something. But yeah, MrBeast and his team are doing the rounds at the minute to try to maintain relevance with Lunchley. They keep using the Rizzler, this poor little kid, man, that they just found on the street. Like, he's being used for any kind of product placement. Now, if you go into the comments section of that MrBeast Hawk Tour video, pretty much all the top comments are just kids parroting the same thing. Get it, guys? I get the joke. And then the only upvoted comment from a MrBeast team member is Chandler, because again, like, as the public perception is at the minute, Chandler can do no wrong. Bro is just chilling on his own reading Bible verses. So overall, will this drama end? God, mate, I hope so. I get it, right? I get it. Like, oh, he's complaining, but he's gonna make ad revenue off the video. Yeah, 100%. Mate, I'm in Australia right now. I don't want to be stuck in a hotel room talking about Lunchley. Could you imagine how sad that is? I mean, to be fair, I have actually been making videos in my bedroom for like 8 years straight, so doing it from a hotel room is actually a slight upgrade. But yeah, I think things are gonna like quieten down now. I think KSI can only ride the hate wave for so long, because at the minute it's already slowly turning into a ninja low taper fade, like just trying to keep the bit going. But yeah, hopefully this will be the very, very last time I ever talk about Lunchley.